Is the cheapest action camera on Amazon worth a darn? Let's find out. Alright everybody, welcome back to Reviewing the Cheapest, because technology's getting expensive. So today on Reviewing the Cheapest, we're going to review something that I'm pretty excited about. If you do a word search of my channel, you'll find that the word I use the most is action camera. I say action camera at least 6 times, 7 times, 8 times a video. All I talk about are action cameras. Heck, the B-roll of this footage is being shot on an action camera. I love them. So I'm super excited today to review the cheapest action camera on Amazon. Now the rules of the road are simple. I don't just find random crap on the internet and decide we're gonna have it here. So the rules are, I go to the website, this one's Amazon.com, I type in what I'm looking for, action camera. I sort it all by the cheapest, then I sort it all by the image quality I'm looking for. I wanted at least an HD image, this says it's 720. Then we'll go through, we'll look, since I don't want like accessory cases or cables, there is some subjective quality to it where I look for something that looks like what I'm looking for, like this looked like an action camera. So then we pick it, and then we review it. So there's going to be 5 parts of this video. The unboxing, the review, comparison to my current tech, should you buy it, and will I keep it? So let's get to it. Alright, let's get to the unboxing. I can't believe what this thing looks like. It is the SVP AC7200 action camera. It actually looks like an action camera. It looks like it could have some potential, but the drone last week looked like it had potential too. So let's not get too excited for ourselves. But let's go down the specifications it's got on the back. It does actually have a 2-inch touchscreen on the back. You know, there are high quality action cameras right now that don't have a touchscreen on the back. My FDR X3000 does not have a touchscreen. So I'm super pumped to see what this looks like. It says it records in 720, 23 to 31 frames per second. I don't know why there's that range, but we'll take a look at that. Video file format, AVI, video with sound, yes. So it has a built-in speaker, or it has a built-in microphone, okay. Says it gets about 90 minutes of power life. I assume that is not filming. That's just when it's turned on by itself. Alright, aperture f3.1, I'm not a camera guy. Digital zoom, yes. It supports Windows 2000, yes! And XP, Vista, Windows 7. It doesn't say Windows 10, so this may be a very short episode. Alright, enough of the boring stuff. Let's check out what's in the box. Well, we'll check out the camera in a second. Let's check out the accessories. It's got a nice white yellow paper for an accessory. Let's get you out of the frame. Light. Alright, box. We'll set that down gently. The everyday wife said it was annoying when I just threw the boxes around, so I will be more gentle with the boxes today. Man, it comes with a lot of accessories. I spent $12 on this action camera, so I'm already impressed by the amount of accessories it comes with. When I bought the GoPro Hero 5 Black, it came with like 2 mounts. Even the Sony FDR did not really come with any mounts. This thing comes with a car charger, a suction cup mount for like your car, a strap mount. I think this is for the case itself. It comes with a handlebar mount and the USB cord. Look, it already wins the accessory competition. Like, that is an impressive amount of accessories to come with a $12 action camera. Alright, so we'll move this stuff to the side. Let's check out the actual camera itself. It comes in what I assume is a waterproof case. We'll do a testing on that in a little bit. The box does say it can take underwater photos, so we'll see. That's a neat little camera. It's really light. You got your lens right there. The 3 modes on the side. Looks like a record button and a power button. SD card slot. USB cord slot. I assume this is the microphone right here. We'll have to see how well it records, because the case, just like any action camera, whether it be GoPro, Sony, or the SVP, once you put it in the case, the audio kind of goes away, so we'll see how the audio actually works. But so far, we've only unboxed it. I can't turn it on yet. We'll charge it up and then we'll talk about it. But straight unboxing, I'm tentatively excited. The last Reviewing the Cheapest was an exercise in frustration because I couldn't even get the drone to fly. But I think this thing will take video because it's a camera. But I'm actually pretty excited because it seems like a very well-rounded action camera. So on the bottom, it's like my Sony FDR, not a GoPro. It doesn't have the traditional GoPro mount. It has a tripod screw-in mount on the bottom, which is good because all the accessories I use for my Sony should work with this. But we'll go ahead and charge it. We'll talk about it once we turn it on. Alright, so we've let it charge for a little bit. Let's see how it goes. So we'll turn it on. SVP. Just the fact that it has a display on the back of it, that's pretty impressive. And it's working pretty well. What can you do? Set. You can zoom in. Oh, it started recording already. So you can play back your footage on the camera. So this thing is continuing to impress me. It was 12 bucks. It has a display that works. It takes an SD card. Okay, so you can't change a lot of the settings. So we'll set it to HD. And then let's take it out. All right, we've got them both set up. Let's try out this crazy rig we got going on here. It started with full bars, and then the second I turned it on, it turned off. So I'm not exactly sure how the battery life's going to turn out. It may be the biggest negative of the camera, which is a gigantic negative. So this is an audio test also. So this is the audio with the case on from the SVP. Audio, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the audio from the FDR X3000 with the case on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're back from trying it on the trail. The next test we're going to run, the box says it's good for underwater. Let's give it a shot. Now, I don't have a pool or anything, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill up my bathtub. We're going to have the cameras look at each other. I'm confident that this is waterproof in this case. I'm not as confident in the SVP, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're ready to try it. Turn you on. Turn you on. Not seeing a lot of bubbles, which makes me feel like they both are watertight. I mean, that's doing a lot better than I thought it would. I really thought once I put this camera in the water that it was not going to be waterproof in the slightest. But it's been in here for like 2 minutes. There's no real water getting in it, so I'd have to say it actually is pretty waterproof. Now this is only like a foot down. I haven't taken it meters down. It says it's good up to 10 meters, but I'd be confident trying it. I mean, it's 12 bucks. All right, back to the office. Alright, so we're back in the office. We're checking out the footage of the day. Yeah, just like last week with the selfie drone, I don't think this is actually HD. It says it's HD, it says it does 720p, and while technically it may export in 720p, the quality's... I don't want to say it's unusable because it's not as bad as I expected it to be for a $12 camera, but it's not very good. I'm really torn about this camera because it's super light. It has all the accessories you could need to actually use it. It is actually not a bad camera, and we'll talk in just a second about whether you should buy it, about whether I'm going to keep it, but there's not a lot of negatives I have about this camera. For what it is, it's actually pretty good. But that image quality, it's not the worst, but I think I'm too used to the FDR, because the FDR has optical image stabilization, so my footage, I don't even really need to worry about it, it's always stable. This, mounting it straight onto the bike, probably not the greatest idea. It would have to go on like the helmet, or need a more stable platform to film from. So now we're at the part where we're going to do the comparison between the SVP and my current tech. So my current tech is the Sony FDR X3000. It's a 4K capable action camera. Not only does it have 4K, it has Sony's steady shot technology built right into the lens, so it has optical image stabilization, whereas like the GoPros and other action cameras use electronic image stabilization where they take a big picture, they cut it down to take the shakes out this way. The lens housing actually moves a little bit and creates an incredibly stable shot. I love this camera. This has no kind of stabilization. It has no super benefits like the X3000. It really just films. And it films in either what it calls 720p or in its VGA mode. When's the last time you heard somebody mention VGA? It has an external microphone on the top, and it takes an SD card like we talked about earlier. And those are some pretty impressive specs for such a cheap camera. But it's totally blown out of the water. It's not a fair comparison. This is a $400 action camera versus a $12 action. So this is the cutting edge, what I consider to be the best action camera currently on the market. I heart this camera. This is the cheapest camera I could find. How do they stack up to each other? Well, you saw the footage. You saw the comparison, no stabilization, image quality pretty bad. Should you buy it? If you're a content creator or you're doing some kind of footage where you need people to really enjoy what you're putting out, no, you should not buy the SVP. However, if you need a throwaway camera or you've got a kid that wants to start taking pictures, I would highly suggest buying this camera. It has the screen on the back so you can see what you're filming as you're filming it, which is, you know, the X3000 doesn't have that. The GoPros just very recently got that with the newest generation. I mean, the GoPro Hero 4 Silver had it, but their top of the line, Hero 4 Black, did not have it. So it has a screen that you can see. You can actually put your own SD card out, export it to your computer. You don't have to jumble around with it. So if you're looking to get a camera for your kid, just like a throwaway camera, I would seriously buy this. For 12 bucks, this blew me away. Well, like the drone, I couldn't get the drone to take off. It basically was not worth the money because it didn't work. This works. It may not work as well as state of the art, but it works. It captures images. I'm actually pretty impressed with this little thing. The accessories that come with it, I'd say that the 12 bucks is worth all the accessories. There's no way to mount this directly to a tripod, but it comes with this little piece that it's like a little case thing but has a tripod screw on it. So will I keep it? Yes, I'm going to keep this camera and I'm going to give it to the everyday kid. He loves making videos with me. He needs his own action camera. For $12 for a perfectly reasonable camera, I'm going to be giving this to him. So you should definitely check this one out. It's the SVP AC7200. I found it on Amazon.com for $12. So hey, I'm the Everyday Dad. Thanks for joining me. If you like learning new things or checking out the cheapest technology, because that's what I'm going to start doing, is reviewing the cheapest is going to become a Monday series, because I think there's a lot of great technology out there for cheap. You shouldn't have to spend a lot to get technology that just works. And so if you want to come on this finding cheap technology journey with me, click that subscribe button down below. Also click that bell notification icon right next to it. YouTube changed its algorithm recently. If you don't have that bell clicked, you may not get all the updates from the channels you're subscribed to. So hey, I'm the Everyday Dad, and if I can figure out that this $12 action camera is probably a pretty great kid's action camera, you can figure it out. Thanks for watching.